Welcome back. Our top stories can be found on our website, channelstv.com, and on youtube.com/channelsweb. To visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. We urge you to also interact with the Eyewitness feature on the Channels TV app. If you have pictures or videos you'd like to share with us, tap the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions. The Imo State Government, in collaboration with the Office of the Wife of the State Governor, has commissioned a Skills Acquisition and Empowerment Center to train unemployed youth to become self-reliant and employers of labor. At the commissioning of the NOMA Skills Acquisition Center along Olu Owerri Road in Olu local government area of the state, the Imo State Governor, Rochas Okorocha, represented by his deputy, said the initiative is in line with the state government's job creation drive.
Unemployment is a major challenge many government and individuals have been trying to tackle in Nigeria. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, the unemployment rate increased from 9.9% in the third quarter to 10.4% in the fourth quarter of 2015. This worrisome statistics has left states like Imo State in search of ways of bridging the gap. It has built a skill acquisition center to equip unemployed youths with various skills such as photography, cosmetology, ICT, tailoring, amongst others. These are the first beneficiaries of the project. The state government is excited at the opportunity this center will provide young and budding entrepreneurs in the state.
We'll be having about almost 1,000 students, and it might look as if it's nothing, but these are people that by the time they finish from this institution, they will be able to open their own business and employ more hands. And if we can achieve that, then I know that people now can have the opportunity to put food on the table of their family.
Not only providing an opportunity for those less privileged, another group of individuals to acquire a skill, not only acquire a skill, and to also on their own become employer of labor. The graduates of these students that were matriculated today, by the 6 months when they leave here, they will produce the same product.
And some residents of the state laud the initiative.
In no distant time now, we start having individual proprietors and entrepreneurs who can be employees of labor.
To say this is something of emulation, because we are talking of entrepreneurship, we are talking of shifting from oil. Our Excellency has set it up by institutional individuals. Because once you have built capacity building on individual, you are building institutions. So to me, it's a legacy we must emulate.
The first phase of the project has 120 students admitted into a 6-month program, and the state government says similar centers will be built in all the senatorial zones of the state.
Well, the National Directorate of Employment is also collaborating with the Abia State government on various entrepreneurial programs to provide jobs. This initiative, according to the NDE coordinator, Mr. Buchi Oje, is part of the strategy and action plan of the federal government to alleviate poverty and boost economic development.
The focus and direction our state is taking is that of growth and expansion. We can no longer afford to be behind in this country. One of the ways of remaining ahead is to help our people become industrious and self-reliant. It is one of many ways we will use to give back to our community and assist others to stand on their feet. Various skills will be taught to the 100 beneficiaries over the next 3 months.
I can assure you that by the time these people finish their training in 6 different skills. We have the cosmetology, we have interior decoration, and so on and so forth. But hairdressing, by the time they finish, they can stand side by side with their counterparts outside the shores of this country, and they can, speak of what they have been able to do.
In other news now, the Minister of Water Resources, Mr. Suleiman Adamu, says he will forward a water bill to the National Assembly to enable the ministry perform optimally. According to him, the ministry will embark on reforms, including the water bill, to help it deliver on its mandate of providing clean water to citizens.
Nigeria joined the rest of the world to mark the 2016 United Nations World Water Day in Abuja. The theme for this year's event is water and jobs. A representative of the United Nations and also of the International Labour Organization highlighted the effects of water scarcity on people and how it affects their productivity.
The United Nations World Water Development Report is the flagship report of the UN system on water. It's launched today in Geneva, I think more or less at this time. The 2016 edition is about water and jobs. And it tells us that between 1990 and 2010, 20 years, 2.3 billion people gained access to improved drinking water. This is good, but it's not enough, because as of today, we still have over 700 million people who doesn't have this access.
The quantity and the quality of water has a direct impact on workers' lives and health. Every year, over 340,000 workers die of inadequate water supply and sanitation. The livelihoods of many workers, such as fishermen, depend on the quality of water. The same can be said of farmers who depend on water for their irrigation and for their crops.
Despite the importance of water to the productivity of workers, reports indicate that scarcity of this essential commodity continue to hit many parts of Nigeria. The Minister of Water Resources says he's pushing a new water bill to enable his ministry to meet the water needs of the citizens.
The ministry is embarking on accelerated reforms and actions to reinforce its mandate. These actions include the following. 1. A national water policy and national water bill have been finalized by the ministry and are ready for submission to the relevant authorities to empower the ministry with an enabling law to operate.
In the meantime, Nigeria may need more than just law reform to increase access to quality water for both domestic and agricultural usage. Experts believe that some of the water challenges currently facing the country can be reduced if existing river basins and dams are managed properly by the ministry.
Well, the Standard Organization of Nigeria has convened a workshop on global best practices for small-scale businesses and farmers in Benue State on food and agro-allied products. Acting Director General of the SON, Mr. Paul Anya, says Nigerian farmers must improve on food processing and packaging to make their products appealing for the global export market.
Recently, European Union have rejected food exports from Nigeria, and Nigerian farmers have had to package and certify some of their produce like yam in neighboring Ghana. To fix this anomaly, the Standards Organization of Nigeria has put together this learning platform for farmers in Benue State. First, the farmers here and government have more pressing concerns.
I am aware that standards are important instruments for specifying and determining the quality of products and services in trade. This will engender improvement for the much needed customer satisfaction and value for our money for all goods and services produced by SMEs in Benue State.
On the sidelines of the workshop, owners of small-scale businesses and agro-allied products showcase their wares.
5 Foods instant pounded yam flour. It's made from yam, fresh whole yam tubers. The process is peeling, blanching and drying, then milling, then we'll package it. Challenges in producing this product now basically is power. Sometimes there's power failure, most times there's power failure, and it gets to affect the product.
The Standards Organization of Nigeria brings good news to the farmers as it recently acquired the required technology to certify made-in-Nigerian products for export outside the country.
The purpose of this seminar is to teach our people how to plant, not only to plant, to harvest, but also to package in accordance with standard specifications. And not only that, sometimes these things are not rejected, not because they don't meet the standards or they are not good, but because they come to Europe without evidence of compliance with the standards. So the Standards Organization of Nigeria is acquiring and establishing facilities that will enable your beans to be tested here and certified.
Going forward, this export certification seminar aims at encouraging farmers and agro-allied business dealers to up their game to meet international best practices in food exports.
When we come back, unregistered waste collectors in Edo State take to the streets in protest. To find out why in a moment, please stay with us.